And welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, where I'm Admiral Mirak of the X-Type Destroyer GCS Awaken, as we continue our campaign against the Klingon Star Empire. And it looks like the Klingons are fighting back pretty gosh darn hard, so let us set out into space and continue the pressure on the sector of 8-8 before they can actually manage to push us out of the entire left flank of the area of the galaxy that we're in. Because right now our line appears to be a little bit collapsing. They're pushing back quite hard, and I'm not super happy about that. We're going to continue with the shipyard assaults, mainly because we don't bombard planets all that well. We only have two transporters, so invading things and having to get super close to planets is not on the list of things that I want to do. So we're going to hang at nice long range and blink away and avoid, because if we get any closer to the enemy, we may end up running into lots and lots of problems. So let's not do that. Let's overload all weapon systems and enhance our speed up to the maximum that this bucket can manage, which is 11. Although that is reinforcing, overloading all of the plasma torpedoes that we have, of which I believe we have 4 of them. Yeah, 4 plasma Gs, which can be overloaded, puts them up to 40 damage, but then also divides the damage by 6. Not quite positive if it's worth it. Otherwise, we just do 20 damage to a single pinpoint location, and in which case we can do 120 damage to somebody. But on the other hand, we can also completely wipe out somebody's attempt to defend against other sides. So there is that. Alright, we have more power from the shield budget now that the phasers are fully charged. Of course, we have X-type phasers, which require 2 instead of 1 point of power. So honestly, we're putting in 16 points of power in the phaser X's, and then another 2 points of power from the phaser G's, which is ridiculous. By the way, we're being escorted today by USS Hodgson and USS Jackson. Jackson, of course, being an X-type heavy cruiser. Very nice to see. And then, of course, there's this jerk, who is in XCFA, and we're not actually going to be ready by the time we actually hit this. Huh. Our weapons are not ready. Mine. Surprise! Oh, took that one to the face. I didn't have the tractor beams ready in time, and wow, that hurt. We're doing a speed of 30, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. You know what? Plasma torpedoes can one. I don't need overloading, enveloping, super gosh darn plasma torpedoes. All I need to do is punch a big hole, or, you know, hide behind the Jackson, because the Jackson should be able to handle this, right? Yeah, Jackson's got my back. Oh, just plinking away all the fighters that were about to give me some problems as we continue to move on. Having an X-type heavy cruiser on your side when the enemy just has an alphabet soup heavy destroyer is a little bit of a joke. Some light fire coming my way because he recognizes that I'm currently a little bit weaker than I otherwise normally would be. However, my phaser capacitor is back to full charge, so I have a pretty nasty punch. So long as I don't show him my front, I should be absolutely fine. Passing within range, responding, Gatling phaser. Can I get that in? Ah, the Gatling phaser did get involved. He did high energy turn to keep with me. A very aggressive move out of him. I think I'm going to high energy turn it right on back because I don't want to lose this shield. And he's about to come up with some defenses for it. Hi! Oh! Gotta just keep zigzagging along and eventually we'll get what we want. There we go. All weapons. And a plasma torpedo. Enjoy! Slow right on down to make sure that he does not get behind me. I think I've got him. Yeah. Oh, that was cruel. I was waiting until after he was no longer on my forward arc before I killed him, but okay. I guess that works too. A couple of Federation fighter squadrons zipping on through. That's from our battlecruiser carrier, the Hodgson, who is steaming along quite happily. Overload and maximum speed of time, because we gotta spend a little time just recharging the entirety of the ship before we can come back in. Is it just me? Does this look like a Kaldari ship? Whatever. No, for real, actually, this does look Kaldari from EVE Online, but it's not. So let's go focus on the star docks here. We're going to focus on them one at a time as usual. Let's get ourselves up to maximum speed now that most of our plasma torpedoes are fully charged. That gives us some additional power into the forward defense, 9.5, but they're Romulan star docks, so they're going to be shooting plasma torpedoes at us, which is not pleasant. Although it does look like they tried to get some work done. Let's ooh, it's already off. Let's just cycle it just to make sure. I don't want to accidentally have this thing on because I need to be able to tank this forward shot. I need more power on the forward shield to be able to just bounce off his plasma F torpedo. We'll get nice and close. He's about to shoot it, so I'm just going to wait and sit here because I've got a fairly decent amount of protection at the moment. So you can bounce this off my forward shield, no problem. Plink. Lovely. Oh yeah, I've got to trick him. So fire those. There goes the shuttle. Wait for things. And prepare for a massive follow-up just as soon as the attack shift goes mostly away. Should probably do that just to make sure that he doesn't have as high a attack shift. There goes the attack shift, so we can open fire for free. Probably should have fired the plasma torpedoes and then the phasers, but hey, we've knocked out all his defenses at this point, and even managed to damage his shuttle bay. So we've got that working for us. Unfortunately, at this point, we have no forward shield, so that's something we'd like to get a handle on relatively soon. If I can just keep the fire up and keep them from being able to shoot me at all, that'll be fine. But for now, it is not. Although I could just reduce my power drop for my phaser capacitor. I gotta get super up close and personal to him now because he did drop into cloak. Although he won't be able to defend himself moving forward because he doesn't have a shuttle bay. Not that we're gonna be, firing any plasma torpedoes into him. Because at this point, we're probably just gonna orbit him and nail him. Yeah, that's fine. And a cascade failure. Lovely. On to the second Stardock. Pick up the pace a little bit so we can actually get over towards the location in a reasonable amount of time. Lots of long-range fire going down. The FRD is attempting to defend itself as best as it can, and we're just gonna line right up nice and happily here. Slow down. Do you have a plasma torpedo ready to go? I hope not. And you don't. Okay, so... Oh, what? Huh? I thought I was firing two of them. Apparently I fired a heck of a lot more. Oh. You jerk. He cloaked the moment I fired that, so now he's going to have his shuttle bay ready. Oh, maybe not. Alright, there we go. So we managed to stun him quite nicely. Unfortunately, there goes my forward shield. I don't really have much armor anymore. We've kind of been out here for a while, so we're just going to have to make do. We'll turn very slightly to keep things under control, but it looks like the shuttle bay is offline again, so we can just keep plinking away like so. Overload? I think a bit. There we go. And on to the last one. Look at just how huge the Hodgson is compared to us. Oh, we're a little tiny ship. I mean, we've got a lot of firepower in this tiny ship, but we are still a fairly tiny ship. Where is that Stardock? Oh, looks like he took care of it. Lovely. And excellent work from all people involved. Looks like the Jackson went off to go take on his target on his own, which was very helpful. Although I would love to steal the Jackson's point defense Gatlings. Having 4 of them would just be amazing. 450 prestige is our reward. How much we got this down to? 21. We're working on it. Oh, we lost our planet. We lost our planet. Shipyard assault. Another shipyard assault. We've got to hold this planet. We may have to leave for a moment just to go do a little bit of housekeeping, really. That is a light cruiser. That's a X-type destroyer, actually, and a light cruiser, and we have the Vega on our side. So life is about to get painful. I'm gonna all stop. I'm gonna all stop so that I can overload. I'm gonna hack this in half to make sure that the plasma torpedoes don't unload. So we got an XDG currently scoring off against us, which is a little bit unfortunate to have to work with, but I'm going to wait until my plasma torpedoes are fully ready to go. I'm not going anywhere near there until I can basically nuke his aft shields with a single shot. Although he is going to be pretty dangerous to actually have to deal with. So if my friend could just not engage... Seriously, what is up with my plasma torpedo charge rates? They just seem so low. Is it just because I go in so slowly normally, my dreadnoughts, it just gives me the time to have them set up? Because it really is feeling that way. Alright, so phaser capacitor charge rates to maximum, slow down the speed of time. And we are going to need a tractor beam because anchor and hold and nuke is the way to go. We're probably going to ignore the 85 for now. I would like to get in there and kill this Calicos before it can just annihilate the Vega. Seriously? You crashed out for 2 missiles? That was a really dumb thing to do. Alright, so you're XDG? You look a lot like the heavy cruiser version. And you are double missiles and other irritations. But I'm going to focus on this guy first. So our plasma torpedoes are ready. Our phasers are ready. We're all set and ready to rock and roll. Providing a little bit of fire support. And get ready for a grab. Hi, buddy. Me and you, we're about to become close friends. Okay, so we tore away most of his stuff. We can let him go now. Ow! Holy sh! What the hell? I was not expecting that. Okay. That was a surprise. Very much so. We don't have any armor, and we can't afford to lose this battle. Because this is our main planet structure home, and if we lose this, then we're in way too much trouble for me to want to count. Start to lose off, so I don't have to worry about them for a little while. Plasma torpedoes to normal mode, please. And let's get right on the back of the Calicos here. I'm going to ignore the 85 for now. Like, we've been doing that already, but... Oh, that was very bad. That was bad on many, many levels. Do you have a Gatling phaser anymore? Or did I kill it already? You had 4 no, 2. Okay, so it's not mimicked on both sides. So it's just one of those weird positional things. Okay. I need to just do enough damage to kill this guy, and then I've got to limp into a fight with an 85 who hasn't been touched. So this is going to be fun. So most of his stern weapons are offline. His missiles appear to be in really good shape, unfortunately. I'd love to have them gone, but that's not going to happen. 85 is still at a range of 7, so I don't care super much. There we go. We've got him mostly crippled. How many Marines you got left? I've got 22. You've got 2. So you know what? Oh crap! I traveled just too far. Gatling phaser, get involved. Did I open up a hole? No, but I weakened him a lot. A little bit more fire towards the back. I don't want him on this inside track because he's got my shields quite badly damaged. Really, our shields are damaged on all sides. So we're just going to drift in and out of range, and looks like that's going to... Oh, crap. Can't touch this. I don't have the shield at the moment. 1 plasma torpedo is ready to go. He's traveling at a speed of 1.5. I don't want to waste it. I want to use my plasma torpedo on that. I want to use my plasma torpedo on something critically important. Speaking of which, tractor beams and that. So tractor beams and transporters in order to make sure that I actually have a little bit more of a fighting chance. Looks like the forward shield is mostly intact. Going to pass in for one final run. I think that'll kill him. And then I can probably shove you off. So much free time. Hi. And the way I'm going to shove you off is I'm going to go you and you fire pseudos. So that's both pseudos? Oh, not just the one. Hi. Enjoy that. That's what I wanted. Okay, that gives me time. And that's what I need. I need some time to reset this. Also, it'll allow me to be in a position to engage with plasma torpedoes, although it looks like... Graphical glitch? No, it's not a graphical glitch. We're just not charging. We're traveling too quickly and trying to charge a phaser capacitor that is quite greedy. Although we have a lot of power in those phasers. So now getting around to his stern, we do have to be very careful of getting too close to him. There is a fairly significant problem. Yeah, that was it. So, more speed. I can't afford to play too many games with this guy because I'm too low on... Gosh darn, I don't want the Gatling phasers firing into that. That's worthless. Need more speed. I can hurt you more, but not from this side. So we gotta reverse this turn. I'm about to have a couple... you know what? You, offline. You, offline. So 2 of the plasma torpedoes offline. That should give me the power that I need to continue the fight. Fix this, fix this, fix this. Alright, so starboard side defenses are now engaged. Plasma torpedo. Oh good, I got 2. Do you have a shuttle? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, that'll be a penetration, and that's key, because now I can start hounding him. So we'll just keep away from these missiles, although that was a good blocking position that he put right there, because now I have to deal with them. Although if I kick up the speed a bit more, I think I can outrun him. No, never mind, didn't need it. Gatling phaser got involved, and then it just shredded everything. So a shot from a range of 10, not exactly great. How much power do I currently have? 6. Reinforce, and give me a little bit of power. Punch through. Give him a little bit of love. Especially if he wants to get too close to my stern, I'll just whip around with the rest of my Gatling phaser. Because I still have some of them. Speed being down is a big problem, but I can lash back. And if I can get the angle right, yes, there we go. Okay, we're getting some nice hits on here. So now let's swap our reinforcement over to our port side. Switch, switch. Because I don't need the forward shield anymore. Although that doesn't mean I gotta restart from scratch. Put him to my stern, accelerate. I'm gonna come back when I've got plasma torpedoes ready to go. But I can keep playing with him, but what's he got? 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 phaser. Yeah, so he's matching me in phaser ones. And he also matches me in close range firepower, because I've got 2 Gatlings, but he's got 8 phaser 3s, which is a bit of a problem. So we do have a defense shift now at this point, and it looks like we've got 2 plasma torpedoes ready to go, with another 2 going to be on the way shortly. That's enough of a salvo to break him. Unfortunately, I can't fire them together. Stop using that Gatling for such a worthless thing. Fire pseudo at a range of 8. That'll give me the time. You only produce 1? Really? So he doesn't care about a single plasma torpedo. Interesting. I can use that. Okay. So we gotta bring him back onto our bow, which is not gonna be simple. because bringing him onto my bow means that I have to outturn him, and even though he's a light cruiser and I'm a destroyer, he actually outturns me because he's Klingon. And the Gatling phaser will take care of that, wasting its firepower. But you know what? I'll take what I can get. Fire 1, because he doesn't seem to care. And if I can keep him on the front half of the ship, I can just keep dealing damage. Fire 2. And back to fire 3. Cut through the screen. And another one, and phasers. Okay, so that was not a great run. I didn't get anything special out of it.
Stabilize containment.
He's down to a speed of 8, though. Although he does want me to chase him now because he can start using his missiles in a more aggressive form. Also, it's his last good shield. So there was that one. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. My D-type plasma torpedo appears to be offline.
Setting tractors to defense.
Yeah, I thought that would happen. So I'm just going to hold on to these for a little while. And we're going to come in for a nice little run here. Okay, able to bounce that. Oh, he's holding on to me. That's an interesting decision to make. Okay, fire everything. So I had to use my Gatling phaser for that, but that's okay. Jeez, I hate fighting X-Cruisers. He's not an X-Cruiser, but the fight before this was. And that's put me on a real bit of a backstep here. Okay, give me a phaser. Thank you. Give me back that power, because I can't afford to be using it in things that I don't use. Power to the forward shield, or are you just going to spam more missiles at me? Because he's got the ability to do that as much as, well, not as much as he wants. He does have a Mirak, so there are limits to what he can do. Alright, so forward port plasma torpedoes almost ready. One of my central plasma torpedoes is almost ready. Okay, so we're coming up for another run. He's reinforcing that back, which, you know, good idea. But I can cut through. Slow down a bit, slow down a bit. Give me more defense. More defense, and we're going to go full defense on this one. I don't want to worry about it. Are you kidding me? That arc on that Gatling phaser is so bloody tiny. Jeez, that was a fight that didn't need to go that way. Fix that, fix that. We're running out of spare parts. If this doesn't give me my homeland back, I'm in trouble. Okay. 2, overload. Maximize the speed of time. Let's go find this Stardock. I've got 3 of them to kill. And well, not much time left in the episode, but who cares? We're gonna get that done. So all the plasma torpedoes can recharge. We'll have them all ready. I think enveloping may have been a mistake. I don't think it really gave me anything special. My D-type plasma torpedo is completely dry. Yeah, the surprise barrage that I should have seen coming from that XDG was the thing that kind of tipped that fight in a way that I did not want it to go. Had it not happened that way, we would have been in a much more comfortable position throughout the entirety of the fight.
Setting tractors to defense.
So tractors to point defense, give me a tractor beam. Should be good enough. And also forward shield reinforcement, if you don't mind. Too many incoming missiles. Why do you exist? So we'll just deal with these as they come, and the phaser system should be able to handle it. Should be. Being the key concept here. If only my D-type plasma torpedo weren't empty. Because I apparently can't recharge it or give any more. They're canisters that are dispensed when I use the defensive torpedo. Which I think it didn't actually have any sort of useful effect in the fight. It fired a couple of times in order to support the, our little buddy. I can't even remember the name of the ship, that's how early it died. Alright, let's... Well, on the bright side, I don't have to worry about incoming plasma torpedoes. On the downside, of course, though, it's gonna be... I can't use my phasers to defend because they've just got too many missiles incoming. So we're basically gonna be a full plasma torpedo barrage on this one, which, you know, a little bit unfortunate. Let's stop. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna set this down to a nice low charge because I don't need that much. And then I'm gonna... Let's open this barrage. Oh, hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. We've ripped off some of the shield. This is the safer way to do this, and I'm going to be doing the safer way because I really can't afford to take too many more hits. We've been pretty badly mauled throughout this entire fight. So, and we've just got constant incoming barrages that we're going to have to suffer through. So we're just gonna have to deal with the problem and wait for my plasma torpedoes to circle back around to be ready to bombard once again. Alright, do you have a shuttle bite? You do. Okay, so those shuttle. Oh, you didn't. Why? Okay, that works for me. So the first one's down, although that wasn't actually providing any sort of real defense. But that's okay. And now our Gatling phaser can handle the one behind us. And we'll increase the speed of the ship. Actually, not too much, because I do still need to charge the ship. That is an important part. We need those plasma torpedoes ready to go. And the only way that's going to be happening is if we go slow enough in order to actually maintain some operational capability. On the bright side, we did manage to punch pretty well above our weight class. I mean, the XDG is probably weaker than us. But that 80... Was it an 80X? 80WX? It was a 85, because it didn't have the third nacelle. And wasn't classified as a heavy cruiser. But that definitely outclassed our buddy. Because he was a light cruiser, not a war destroyer. And our friend was definitely a war destroyer. Alrighty, let's just cycle on down to no speed here. Hi. Let's get this formality over with. You're dead. You just haven't figured it out yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That's the first part of him damaged. Now we just gotta wait for another couple of cycles on this one. We'll be able to fire the second part of the gifts that we bring him, and he'll die. It'll be great. We'll all cheer about it. So double divided by 5. Or not double divided by 6 times 5 is what we're currently going to be doing to this actual structure. Because we have 5 shields open, and only one of them is actually enabled. So the shield that's facing us, I didn't mean to do that, but apparently he didn't have the shuttle. So that's good. I only meant to fire the front too. Apparently, though, they're not able to prep that second shuttle, and it does look like he's out of defenses. So I'm not seeing any more incoming missiles on this one. He's just using phasers. He might have a scatter pack, and if he does, that'll actually be really good if he uses it, because that'll allow us to fire everything we've got in a single salvo and hit, instead of having to waste 40 damage. He won't defend himself against a singleton, and I kind of want to make sure that I do enough crunch damage to overpower any sort of shield reinforcement from around the sides. Although maybe that's pointless. But I still like to do it. He'll definitely defend himself from one of the G's, though. Yeah, that's what I figured. So wait for it to go away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And the rest. Okay, so that trims out the forward shield better. So that might be the way we go. So we didn't do quite as much damage to the ship, I don't think. But we definitely did a lot better damage. Oh, you know what? We may as well shoot it.
Taking hull damage.
We may as well. We're done with the defensive nature of what's going on. Give me all weapon systems. We're just going to blast him. There's no point in keeping him around anymore. Plasma torpedo whenever you get. There we go, finally. So we did have to come home and re-steal our planet, which I'm hoping we actually grabbed here, because if not, we're in trouble. Because this is kind of sort of the centralized zone. We've got to do housekeeping in the next episode. We just got to go through and push them back again. Because if we want to make sure that we hold this, we got to actually push. But anyway, that's going to do it for today's episode. I've been Mirak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see the notification every time I post one of these videos. Press that little bell icon, leave a comment, that I will see you all in the next episode.